Okay, joining us now with reaction, Trump's senior campaign official, Corey Lewandowski. Corey, good to see you today. I know you got to be feeling good. We could take this conversation so many different ways. Let's just start off with how you're feeling, how the campaign, it's not a campaign anymore, how everyone in the Trump camp is feeling today.
Well, it's a vindication. And obviously, Katrina and Bob, you've seen what the mainstream media has said about Donald Trump. And they told us how women were going to turn out in record numbers to support Vice President Harris. That obviously didn't occur. Not only that, but Donald Trump outperformed her by 5 points amongst women. He outperformed her amongst Hispanics. He outperformed her on young voters. And so, listen, this election last night was an opportunity for the American people to take back their country, to get economic security and freedom for themselves, and to make sure that their families will be safer by having Donald Trump finish the border wall. And those are the issues that really resonated, regardless of race, religion, or ethnicity, when people went to the ballot yesterday.
Corey, last time we saw you, I believe it was last week, I think, it all blends, right? You were in a motorcade en route to another, millionth, so to speak, campaign event. Everything, of course, very different today. Tell me about the moment behind the scenes last night when the entire Trump team, the campaign, the insiders, the supporters are watching all the returns come in. At what point did you all say, oh my gosh, I think we have it?
Well, it's interesting. We were at Mar-a-Lago. The president was watching the results with a series of supporters. He was seated at a center table in the big ballroom at Mar-a-Lago, and Elon Musk was there, and Dana White, a number of other people. And we were watching, amongst other things, the New York Times, which is not exactly a fan of Donald Trump. We watched the tracker go from 60% probability to 70% probability to 80 to 90. And obviously, us campaign individuals knew that things were turning in the right direction. There was obviously a hesitation by some of the networks to give him the credit that he deserved in the state of Pennsylvania, because we knew that once Donald Trump won Georgia and North Carolina, if he were declared the winner in Pennsylvania, statistically speaking, the race was over. It's exactly what happened. And look, for a lot of us who've been on this journey for almost a decade now, there was a sense of relief, a little bit of melancholiness, I think, among some of us, but really excitement for not only the president and his family, but for the country.
Corey, I think, though, we got to talk about the fact that President Trump has been able to expand this party, the Republican Party, the GOP, the MAGA movement, by leaps and bounds. And a lot of people said before he came into the picture, this party was dead. I want to bring up a soundbite from last night.
His campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition, young and old, men and women, rural and urban. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African-American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment.
And he had to do it with Democrats, mainstream media. We're mainstream now, but liberal media throwing everything you could possibly think of at him. It's a remarkable accomplishment.
It's never going to be seen again. Look, it was historic, that the coalition that Donald Trump put together, what he's built over the last 10 years, fundamentally reforming the Republican Party into a party of inclusion now. And so we're the party of the working men and women. And that was reflected last night through the ballot box.
Corey, we're just about out of time, but quickly, just 10 seconds. You mentioned there were some feelings of melancholy. Why?
There's so many staffers who put so much into this journey, and his family. And so, when that announcement was made that he won, there was a lot of hugs and a lot of celebration because they know that the vindication was now in place, that Donald Trump is heading back to where he belongs, which is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Corey Lewandowski, always appreciate the time. Stop back soon. We got 4 more years to go with this. So,
yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.